the Executive Chairman of DMCC, Mr. Ahmed Sultan bin Sulayem, His Excellency Anurag Bhushan, Consul General of India, His Excellency Manabile Shagole, the Consul General of South Africa, the Chief Executive Officer of the DGCX, Mr. Garang Desai, Mr. Eliud Mate, Deputy Governor from Kenya, His Excellency Samuel Gachura from the Government of Kenya, Phyllis Candy from the Ministry of Trade in Kenya, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Commodity Outlook Conference organized by Richcomm Global Services in association with DMCC, DGCX, and Reuters.
The experts say that the commodity super cycle is over. That's what they said in early 2000 as well, that investing in gold is a waste of time and focus on blue chip. And we wonder what 2015 will bring.
A very good morning to you. When Paresh first approached me with the offer to speak, to give my keynote address, I was wondering, why me? A person who knows so little about the commodities market that I even wonder why my fuel bill is going down. But I think he told me that everybody among you would probably be interested in hearing out the India story. So here I am. The good news for you is that I know what keynote addresses are for. I always believe that keynote addresses are like salt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Program Director, let me thank you for this opportunity. Investing in South Africa and improving environment. And we feel we should indicate this because there was a time when we wouldn't encourage people to invest in South Africa. That was the time prior to our democracy. But now it is the time when investing in South Africa is what people are looking for. And those who want to be part of the story that we go around the world telling.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellencies, Ahmed, Gautam, Paresh. I would like to welcome you all and congratulate Paresh for organizing this fantastic event today. I will not be taking more of your time because I see the next 4 panels are covering a very exciting agenda going forward. And my colleagues from DGCX and DCCC are available here to tell you more about what we have been doing in terms of products and services that we have been rolling out, the plans for 2015 that we have, and our plans to work with Richcomm and other members to spread this platform and awareness about the investments and commodities throughout this region. Thank you very much.
They tie themselves up in knots, like this, and they deliberate again. But of course, you can only get consensus if you eliminate the disagreements. Yeah? But our guests tonight, today, are going to give you a far better insight about the oil price, because all I know is supply at the end of the day will drive it, and demand. And no matter how much you try to influence those elements, at the end of the day, we're going to be left with only one oil price. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our moderator, Mr. Andrew Torchia.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Following on from the magic show, I'd indeed like to talk about the oil price. We have a panel which has dealt with the oil price in many ways. Through Gary, at the end there has been a CEO of companies involved in the energy business and is a founder of the Matrix Partnership.
And then in the economic boom of 2000 to 2007-8, it traded as high as 4 or 5 grams of gold, and now is touching almost 1 gram of gold, which it has not seen since 1973, which was pre-OPEC. And in dollar terms, the price of a barrel of oil back then was $2 a barrel. So think of that. In 1973 dollars, we're looking at $2 a barrel for oil. That's an incredible number. Much scarier than $45 or $50 a barrel.
For that. Well, I think Francesca Taylor actually put it quite well in the previous panel. It's quite a good introduction into this panel. Oil prices and oil as a commodity seems to be getting all the press, while agricultural commodities haven't been getting too much press, although they're very important for our everyday lives. I mean, who doesn't like food? Who doesn't survive on food?
What is leading this? We've got a big production, yet prices are coming down and demand is not picking up against it. Clearly we have the collapse in crude oil prices. We have the fact that currencies are in turmoil, and let's never forget that a lot of the production areas are earning more in local currencies today, despite what's happening on price, given the dollar strength. Same time, we have the signs of the U.S. economic recovery, but being globally dragged down by the slowdown in the EU and the immediate risks of deflation.
The factors in the agricultural markets, I'm talking all agriculture with the exception of the soft commodities, coffee, sugar and cocoa. We have the geopolitical situation which was addressed earlier. We currently are not a big believer that Russia and the Ukraine is a huge issue unless the situation deteriorates dramatically. We have learned to cope with an area of land that is out of production, but it's only about 500,000 hectares, and so it's not going to be a huge significant impact.
So with this thing, I want to take all our advice with a pinch of salt, because there are so many variables hanging around in this commodities atmosphere that we really can't pinpoint. I mean, in September, October, November, nobody could really pinpoint that we'll be seeing this day. So as we say, we have excellent grasp of the obvious. So coming back on the food security issues.
Mr. Virendra Sharma, SIL Trading and Marketing Services. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Base Metals Outlook session. First of all, thanks to Paresh and his team for organizing such a wonderful event.
Basically, the world has started to bask under the glory of US dollar. As we can see, this is the dollar index. It has increased from 78 to 92. So typically, the strong dollar is weaker commodity, which is a good inverse relationship, which is working in spite of the quantitative easing.
So for Chinese steel, the 10-ton rebar contract is great, and it was well marketed as a tool for mom and pop to invest in China Inc. to get involved, and up went the price. What we see now is that the property sector, which is the main driver for the use of rebar.
The gold market last year had a very difficult year due to a combination of major factors, including probably the over-purchasing of gold we saw in 2013 following the price drops in April and again in June that year. Along with sort of uncertainty in price direction last year, the market didn't really know which way the market was going to go, so a lot of people perhaps held back from the market.
Yeah, hi. I'll go a step further of this limited questions, going to how important is the circumstances versus the prices of gold. And it's very obvious to all of you that none of my colleagues here emphasize on 60% of the total consumption of the gold.
When the ETFs were launched, like in the region of 2004, 2005, and then you had a whole host of banks joining the foray.
So as gold has been so topical right now, the next item to be raffled is going to be the Vision of Dubai gold coin from DMCC. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the sessions that we had, and we look forward to seeing you again here next year.